Yeah, you heard it right. Today we're gonna rank every Blizzard game.
スタート
Let's start with a good old classic. The Lost Vikings. This was the first game made by Blizzard Gaming. This game was made in 1992. In this game you have three different Vikings. You have the little Viking with the red hair. He's like the runner. He can do jump and run and is really fast. Then you have the barbarian. He has a bow and a sword and can fight. Then you have the shield guy. The shield can dodge attacks and fly with his shield. In overall the game is pretty good. So let's put it to A tier. Next we have again a really good old classic named World of Warcraft, Orcs and Humans. This was the first Warcraft ever made. In this Warcraft you could only choose between the Orcs and the Humans. This Warcraft you have the two resources lumber and gold. With these two resources you could build buildings and armies. The goal of the game is to kill the humans with the Orcs or reversed. The game is a real-time strategy game. It is also pretty cool. So let's put it in A tier in front of the Vikings. So next we have Diablo 1. Diablo 1 is a really cool dungeon slayer game in which you choose between three classes named the Sorcerer, the Warrior and the Rogue. With your chosen class, you go down different layers until you are in Hell. There you fight the devil. That's the main goal of this game. In this game you have two different balls. The red one is your health and the blue one is your mana. With the mana you can cast spells which help you in the fight. And overall, the game is a pretty good game. I would rank it in A tier as well. It's with a game named Warcraft Trials of Darkness. It's like Warcraft 1 Orcs and Humans, but it's more about the sea and the sky. So now you have boats, dragons, and so on. The game was made in 1996, and for this time, it's a really cool real-time strategy game. It's not turn-based or something in this direction, it is live. So, you do something, the enemy does something at the same time. So, I think this game is a really good game. It's special for his age, so I rank it also in A tier. Sorry that I'll rank all game in A tier, but it's literally the right thing. StarCraft. This is one of my favorite Blizzard games ever. It's a really cool game. This is also a real-time strategy game and it plays in the space. And you have three races. Named the Protoss, they are something like Alpha Aliens. Then Terraners are something like humans, just with better technology. And the Zerg. The Zerg are really ugly things, which are probably coming straight from Australia, that the humans made to win versus the Protoss. But they actually attack the humans, and now the Protoss and the Terraner need to fight each other, and the Zerg too. You can choose one of the three races and fight with your friends online or also versus bot. So it's a really cool game and it makes much fun. So I rank it actually in S tier because I loved and still love to play this game sometimes in my free time. Here we have a game named Blackthorn, which is a really cool game in which you are a man with a gun who runs through different levels. In this game you have two options. You can shoot or be in the background. These are the two options you need to fight. If you're in the background, nothing can damage you, but you can damage nothing. If you're in the fighting ground, you can damage things, but the things can also damage you. And you lose health really fast in this game. So you need to be careful what you do, especially if there are strong enemies. In the game, there are also different projectiles, like blast projectiles and single projectiles. The game is really complex and there are different doors and you need to have different weapons to open these doors. The game is really good and special for the time it was made. It was made in 1994, so it's one of the oldest games from Blizzard. So overall, the game is pretty good. I would rank it in A tier if there would be more advanced fighting options, but the problem is you can only shoot or hide in the background. And the only other thing you can do, besides the fighting of course, is jump and run. And the jump and run is also a little bit unsatisfying. So I put it actually in B tier. Sorry for all Blackthorn lovers. So next we have World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is one of the best, when not the best game made by Blizzard ever. because it's literally a virtual reality. You can dive in this world and play for many hours. One of my family members actually played this game so much that he nearly failed graduating in college. So that's really crazy. But luckily he got out and stopped playing this game. This game did so much harm to the complete world because it's so good. It's literally binding the players with social networks and really good gameplay to the game. Some people literally made this game their life. So you cannot say the game is not good. It's one of the greatest games Blizzard ever made. So obviously, this is one of the best games made in 2004, and it gets updated until now from Blizzard Entertainment and Activision. The game is really great, and it's much fun to play. I never played this game personally because I'm feared to get really addicted to it, so I never touched it. But I think this game has many positive aspects, and it's basically a game where you choose to be a race, and then you can go in different guilds, fight bosses, unlock different items, and get way stronger. You can actually put real life money into the game to get much stronger in a much shorter time. So I think the game has many play to win factors, which also is the reason that the game is not as perfect as it could be, but still it's one of the best games from Blizzard ever made, and the goal of the game is to get as strong as possible. You can do that with level up to fighting and trading and doing quests by the guild. You can actually download this game for free if you have Battle.net. That's like the launcher from Blizzard and Activision. The game is overall a really good game, but there's also many bad factors, so I'm not sure if I ranked it to S or A tier, but I think for that someone gets so addicted to it, that shows that the game is good. So I think I literally rank it besides StarCraft also in S tier. Diablo 2. Diablo 2 was shortly made after Diablo 1 and has a massive advantage to Diablo 1. You have new characters, new units, and way cooler weapons, and a really cool skill tree you can see here. The skill tree is complex, but not too complex like in Diablo 3. I mean, what the fuck is that? That gives me a cancer.
It's confused with this one. You understand? Like this is one. This is not. These are two different ones. Okay, guys. So you have to. You have to fucking. Oh, there's another one. By the way, I think there's one more. Why?
So let's rank Diablo 2 in S tier because it's the best Diablo ever. Besides that, Diablo 3 isn't as good as a game as Diablo 2. This has many factors. In fact, Diablo 3 has not as cool character as Diablo 2, and it has a way too big skill tree. Plus, it's also a pay to win game in which you can pay real life money for in-game things like weapons, armor, and so on. Plus, the game is way too easy, and many players don't feel challenged by playing this game. So I rank Diablo 3 in C tier because it isn't as good as a game as Diablo 2. We have a game named Heroes of Storm. Heroes of Storm is an MMO like League of Legends, but it has some major differences. It's like League of Legends, but it is communist, because if you collect XP, the XP gets split in the complete team, and so you and your team have to work together to take the XP. Then there's many different maps. In some maps you need to build armies, in some maps you need to fight bosses, and so on. There are also maps with towers who can shoot the other team's base. The game is really complex and a lot of fun. If you play League of Legends, I think that's an upgrade to League of Legends. Other major difference between League of Legends and Hero of Storm is unlock and upgrade your weapons. The only thing you can upgrade and unlock are abilities. These abilities help then always the whole team. So if you upgrade your character, you always help your team. I think that's a really cool thing. Connect communism with League of Legends to create a new game. So I rank it also in A tier, not S tier, because it has some bugs and lags and not all players are happy about that. What do you think happens if you combine Clash Royale with Warcraft? Yes, Warcraft Rumble is the result of this addition. Warcraft Rumble is a handy game made from Blizzard Entertainment, in which you can place units, heroes and minions. Minions are little troops which are walking from your side to the side of the enemy to destroy the enemy's towers. In this game you can unlock new troops, upgrade your troops with the troops your enemies. You can play the campaign mode, in which you are playing versus bots or bosses, or you can play the competitive mode, in which you are playing versus humans which are on the other side of the map. This is a really cool game made from Blizzard. I think it's the best handy game made from Blizzard. It's definitely not a D tier, but is this a A tier? What speaks for this game to be A tier? This game has many cool things, cool units, and a little bit a unique way in which you can play this game. What's bad in this game? The problem is, this game is pay to win, like the other handy game from Blizzard Entertainment. That's the reason why I think I put this game also in B tier, besides Blackthorn. Diablo 4. Diablo 4 is a little bit Diablo back to the roots. In Diablo 3, there came so much bullshit into this game, like a way too complicated skill tree and way too much stuff that you don't need. That's the reason why Diablo 4 is way better than Diablo 3. They took all this bullshit away and just added the needed things into the game. That's the reason why this game is so cool. It's really simple, like Diablo 2, but it had so much stuff you can explore and really cool weapons, characters, and all the things are made with love and not with money grind like Diablo 3. So the game is way better than Diablo 3, but still it's not as good as Diablo 4. That's the reason why, after all this glazing, I still say this game is not an S tier game for the Blizzard Gaming Entertainment section, but it is in fact a very good A tier game. That's the reason why I will put this game in the upper A tier class. Heart of Stones. Heart of Stones is a little bit like a mobile Pokemon game. It's not a real Blizzard game in your head if you think about Blizzard Entertainment. It's more like a Pokemon Wish version with World of Warcraft and other Blizzard characters. This game you also are pretty much guaranteed to pay to win, because if you make free to play, it goes ages until you achieve anything. That's the reason why this game is also a pay to win game and also not really cool. The game is actually not even fun to play. There's no reason to pay in this game or to play this game. Don't download this game, please. That's a tip to you. Of course, it's not as bad as some other mobile games, but still, I rank it for a Blizzard game in D tier. Because we need to compare this game to the other Blizzard games, not to something like Rush Royale or some other dumb mobile game. That's the reason why I put this game into D tier. Overwatch. Overwatch is an over-sexualized shooter, but still it's a really cool game, because it's a competitive shooter game in which you are playing in your team versus other teams. You're fighting with different guns and very cool different characters. But there are two problems I have with the game. First of all, the game is also pay to win. You would need 300,000 years or something to finish this game without paying into the game. But with paying, you can do this game in a short time. You just need the money. That's a problem. The second problem is the game is over-sexualized. They patched this a little bit, but in the older versions, overall, there were many naked women and men, and this was a big problem. But now, because they patched it, I will rank this game in A tier besides Diablo 4 and the other games. Thanks for listening. This was the whole episode of I ranked every Blizzard game. All the other games I don't know, and I didn't research it. I rank all from them in Don't Explore. Thanks for watching. It helps me channel a lot if you would like this channel and subscribe. Thanks a lot for that.